But for the oaks that's making 200 horsepower, that's working in little garages at home, this is actually for them for the taking, eh?
Being asked to have a bit of street rules in the track conditions, because it doesn't matter how much power you put on the street, if you haven't got your right setup, you spinning ain't winning.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, Ismail Peck, back here, National Motorsport Mzansi. Our fastest four-cylinder street car in the land. That is what we want to talk about today. And I have Freddie here. Freddie runs, I wouldn't say runs the illegals. Let's not let it sound that way, like running illegals, like he's promoting it. But he's a guy who tries and keep it safe and keeps it together on the east end of Joburg. Freddie, I know you for many years, and it's like everybody I just meet up with, it's someone I knew from somewhere back then. Freddie, so I'm putting together the fastest four-cylinder street car in South Africa, right? I'm talking to you because you come off the streets, you know what the guys can do and can't do. I got terrible rules for them. And if you follow the rules and you can win it, you'll be on TV number 1, you'll have 100 grand in your pocket number 2, and you'll be crowned the fastest four-cylinder street car in South Africa. The length doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a 400 or a 200, because if you're racing someone robot to robot, it's anything. Freddie, great. Welcome, how are you, man?
Great.
Glad to have you here and to chat with you a bit and get your input on this. What do you think?
I think it sounds exciting. It seems as if after COVID and everything, people are very hungry for racing, not just the racing, the meeting up of new people, the friendships, the whole competition of it. People have to run by a complete different set of rules, which will be made up by you, and if they don't abide by those rules, they don't fit in.
That's it.
Which makes it more exciting, because you find people come inside with a massive set of Mickey Thompsons, massive set of ET Streets, air shift gearboxes, straight cut gearboxes. It doesn't work on the street, because then it's not street.
Talking about tires, I'm capping tires, right? Normal aspirated, 205, 15-inch. Semi-sleek. When I say a semi-sleek, guys, I'm meaning a Bridgestone, a Dunlop, or a Toyo. Don't come with fancy Hoosiers or got a thin little line in it, or Mickey Thompson. You're going to have to load your car, or not load your car, drive it away, because this must be street cars, right? You know, Freddie, I'm trying to keep it as fair as possible. My reason for this whole street car challenge, you know, all the guys that's making 400, 500, 600, 700 horsepower today, they're all guys in big workshops, money, putting in lots of money. You know, everybody's into it, you know, it's your passion, so you pour your life into it. But for the oaks that's making 200 horsepower, that's working in little garages at home, this is actually for them for the taking, eh?
Creative power.
Yeah. To get your power down on the ground. 10-second burnout on water, right? Heads up racing, 30 seconds to the line. Okay, I've looked at 2 roads already that I might be interested in. It's not going to be less than 200 meters. And it's not going to be more than 400 meters. So it's anything in between that. So everybody out there, I can tell you now, you're looking in excess of 300 meters. 300 meters long, heads up racing, 10-second burnout, 30-second to the line. We're going to run a few races throughout the whole country. And then we're going to bring our top 100 back to Joburg for the final, for that 100,000 that's in the pot. I'm busy actually making the trophy. The trophy is going to be the size of me and you up to this high, and I want to stack the 100,000 in the top of it, and use that for my banner going forward.
That sounds exciting. That's exciting. It'd be nice to have a bit of street rules in the track conditions. Non-prep sounds awesome. Do your burnout, you're not allowed to go past the start line.
That's it.
If you cross the start line after your burnout,
what actually, my thought also was, if you cross the line with your burnout, you're actually putting rubber there for
Exactly.
the next person or yourself to be better in the oak next to you. So your burnout's back, way back.
Yes.
10 seconds, 30 seconds you get to the line and off you go. Right?
Correct.
I'll run it with lights, I'll run it with cameras to see who jumps, and we'll have cameras at the end of a straight. Also, I'm going to be putting all this on Ignition.
Yes.
On Ignition TV. I'm going to have 10 shows. 6 shows will be of the racing. 4 shows, I'm going to take it out to your guys. Come to your workshops. Come to wherever you're working on your cars and come show off what you guys are doing at your houses. Now, Freddie, how difficult is it with guys that's already built 500 horsepower into their street cars to bring it back to be able to run on a virgin road?
That's where you're going to land up having a selected people, because to bring a car from Mickey Thompson's down to street Toyos or whatever, it's not difficult. But when you land up with link suspensions, wider 26s and all that, you do have a bit of a challenge.
Look, link suspensions I'm not going to allow. Okay, coilovers, good brakes, all that. Even if your car gets loaded on a trailer and doesn't even have a license on it, but if I come to your car, it must be a street car.
Yes,
I'll have 3 oaks that will be judging it, and your car must have all its windows in it. You can have 2 racing seats in it. You can have a roll cage in it for your safety, which I'd really wish for everyone to have in, is a roll cage and a 4-point safety belt. I really want to also concentrate on the safety of it.
Yes.
So I'm going to be hiring catch fences to come up, enough tires if something should happen. Cars can't go into the crowds. All that I'm going to take care of. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to try my best, not make sure, I'm going to try my best to have it as safe as possible. To the Okies out there that runs big kilometers on the 400, now you're going to come down to 280 or 300. So the kilos is not going to be so high again. The tires are not going to allow you to get to that speed anymore.
So you're going to be racing the street.
That's it. I heard that always on Street Outlaws.
Yes.
We're racing the street.
Yes, because it doesn't matter how much power you put on the street, if you haven't got your right setup, you spinning ain't winning. So if you want to do a spin fest, it's not going to work at drag racing.
Freddie, which guys out there that you can thumb suck out of your hand now, which guys you think will do well in the series? You all over with all the illegal racing?
Pieter heeltyd speeltyd. He's got a little 1400 Nissan Bakkie, CI18 in it, full street legal, trim in it. He's a good competitive. George Zitzman with his little Fox, awesome little car, goes very well.
George Zitzman, I actually chatted to him on Facebook. I'm actually coming out to you, George. Where does he work on his car? Who works on his cars?
Now he does it all himself.
Where?
In his house in Whitfield in Boksburg.
Now you're the type of people we need to show to this country. We need to go and show these people to our country. This is what we do. Like myself in my workshop, I build my cars here.
Yes.
People don't actually know I can build cars, eh? People don't know that. They get a shock when they see I'm building an engine. Yeah, so that's the type of guys I want to go out to. The guys with the small workshops. I need to expose them.
The everyday working guy that plays with his car on weekends. It's his hobby, not his profession.
At the end of the day, we have our bigger guys that's got brilliant workshops. Nothing against you guys. I really salute you guys that's built big workshops, building proper 7-8 second cars. I commend you on all that. But where did you start? In your garage at home.
Yeah.
Working for a boss operating after hours, and that's where I want to take it back to. And I've been always thinking about something that can spice up the Oaks for the streets again, to bring it more legal.
Unfortunately, what I've noticed with the events, when I'm talking about events, I'm talking about drag events, track events, it's all turned about the promoters are doing it not for the passion, but for the financial gain of it.
That's the big
And when you get to a financial gain of something, the guys building the cars, racing the cars, they put their hearts into it. They put everything into it. And at the end of the day, they don't get any recognition if they...
So they end up on the streets.
They end up on the streets.
That's why I'm building a racetrack. I'm building a quarter mile. We're building it at Snake Road Turnoff. You've been there.
Yes.
Have you seen our 400 is already laying flat? We're going to start throwing our rock and our alles, and hopefully my final will be back at my race circuit. I'm concentrating only on the 400 now. Well, when I say 400, the quarter mile, which is a kilometer long.
Yes.
So we need to get that done. I hope to run my first event in November. I'm really banking on November. So the entry forms will come out soon, guys. And 4-cylinder, 2-wheel drive, 2 classes, normal aspirated, boosted. Ask me why am I mixing front wheel or rear wheel?
Why? Because I've had a couple of shootouts, and the guys prefer front wheel drive shootout
There we
to
go.
rear wheel drive shootout.
But the front wheel drive Oaks are just as quick as the rear wheel drives of the line today.
Yes. No.
This is about going back to the drawing board and making sure you put that power down on the top. That's what it's going to be
Yes.
about. And the fast Oaks is going to have a hard time coming down, stepping down. It's very hard to reverse.
Yeah.
To tap off and try and make it work, it's very, very difficult. I know. 280 to 300 meter is good enough for a street race. I always believe a 200 is too short.
Yeah, with the 200 naturally aspirated, yes, it's good. Turbo cars, they only start bringing their potential from third gear.
Yeah.
So if you can go through third gear, it will do well. But I've seen it 100 times where you have a naturally aspirated against a turbo, they launch off the line, and the turbo's got so much overpowering the road, the naturally aspirated car pulls it up until almost 200 meters. Only when he goes to third gear does he start getting his go.
Yeah.
So a little bit more than 200 meters, if your road can allow it, your distance stopping meterage can allow it, awesome. That's the thing is, you pulling the event, you make the rules.
It's also cars 2010 and lower. Anything above 2010 does not qualify. What did I leave out? I must think, what did I leave out? It's 2010 and older. 2-wheel drive. 4-cylinder. Must have all your windows in. The car must be a proper street car. I'd love it if you guys can put even half roll cages in your car. 4-point safety belts, a must. Absolute must. It's your safety, not mine.
Yes.
10-second burnout, 30 seconds to the line, heads up racing, 100 grand waiting at the end.
Participation of the event is a big part of it. Having your family there, showing your family off, other families seeing the cars, other people seeing your car and seeing what upgrades they can do on their car, safety, performance.
And the way I'm structuring it, but you're going to have to do your homework. You're going to have to drive like a professor.
Not a spin fest.
I'm actually definitely going to hire in people to put up grandstands for me. I want to seat 10,000 people on my first run.
That sounds epic.
Because I know I'm going to get it. So this is the start of something that I'm trying, and I hope it's going to bring lots of excitement in South Africa, not just in Joburg, because I'll be in Cape Town, I'm going to be in PE, I'm going to be in East London, people that's got places that I can race on, please contact me. My number is on Facebook. My number is all over. You can get hold of me, inbox me. If you want to join me with coming up with a place where I can organize an event, please talk to me. I'm really needing people's help as well, because I don't want to do it on a prepped place. I need a virgin place. And in Joburg, I've got 2 places already that I'm busy in talks with, which is very promising. But I need more places. I need to really choose the best for everyone, the safest for everyone. And the bottom line of this whole thing is to have fun, guys. So we want to bring the fun back into it. And I think this is one big way of doing that.
Yes, and it lands up that you take the checkbook racing out of it, because it's the average Joe that's going to be participating.
Do you know, I've heard of guys that's got proper race cars that's going to take the engines out to put it into street cars to prep them for this event. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I've heard so many big guys going to do it. So this is not only for the rich and famous, this is not for the poor, this is for everyone.
Everybody that can put the power on the street.
There we go.
Overpower it, you're losing.
Closing word for everyone, Freddie. Thank you for coming. A closing word.
Keep it safe and keep it on the road.
Keep it safe, keep it on the road. My name is Ismail Peck, Freddie Thomas. Am I right?
Yes.
There we go. Freddie Thomas. Everybody knows Freddie as well. Involved in all the racing, the street drags, the Formula N at the Rock Raceway. He wants to introduce another class there. So yeah, lots of things happening. I'm sure 2023 is going to be an absolute blast. National Motorsport Mzansi.